Need something? If not, then I'll be leaving.
This trial is taking far too long.
What do you think of this, Trinan?
It's not possible to tell for sure what goes on within the vortex. All I can hear are fragments of speech and distant battle cries.
Is it Finon's voice?
I'm not sure. It's difficult to make out clearly. Wait, no!
Lady Trinan.
Snowy's voice. I can't hear him anymore. There's this unlike existence in the trial. It's burning him up!
It has come to this after...
What now?
Get ready, my Demos.
Plan B. We pull him out when something goes wrong. As I promised you, Aglaya, I will intervene in the trial this time to bring your... But that's as far as I will...
Of course. I know this is not the time to demand any more from you.
Discerning. All right, then. To be as prepared as I can...
That might not be a good idea. The core flame trial is many times more complicated than a standard ritual. Even the slightest misjudgment, misstep, or hiccup could result in grave consequences. Our two distinguished guests are not obliged to risk their lives for the flame chase journey. Let me join you instead, Lord Mighty.
Join me in the trial to look for Finon. And when we do, Aglaya's golden thread will guide us back out. Assuming we survive Nikador's wrath. If something bad were to happen, Casterus, your priority is to ensure the safety of these two. I can find a way out on my own.
Yes, Lord Mighty.
Thank you both for your valor. Time to get to work then. Let me have the honor of taking the lead in this battle.
We can't...
Please, stay.
May that warrior be safe from harm. When you are ready,
Madame Herta is a peerless gem. Madame Herta is an unrivaled genius. Madame Herta is an inimitable beauty.
our reinforcements from beyond the sky, warriors of high esteem. Please close your eyes and hold your breath. They once kept the fate of this world, and many other challenges safe from the devastating rage of strife. They now seek to venture deep into the trial of divinity, and prove their will to destroy our enemies, as foretold by the prophecy. When the hammer of strife strikes the anvil of the warrior, the heat and impact will leave behind scars, and between them, a demigod shall rise.
Very well. Come forth then. Souls foreign to this realm, and warriors in the making. Follow me into the mist and flames, and come face to face with the greatest fear in the depths of a warrior's heart. And with thy strength, banish the darkness and usher in sunlight. Let all lost souls find courage on a long journey back home.
What's the matter? Surprised? Where there's strife, there's carnage. It shouldn't come as a surprise to see such a sight in Nikador's trial. I don't see him around here. We should go first. Let's pray he stays safe. Huh. The greatest fear in the depths of a warrior's heart, huh? So, this is what he fears the most. Submit or die.
There's no place for you in Amphoreus.
A disaster. So much for the king of those outlanders.
You won't get away, Kremnoan vermin!
Be on alert. The smell of rust is thick in the air.
Tell me your name, brute. Your demise shall be a tale I boast about at the feast table.
My name is Perdiccas, and I am here to avenge my people.
Kremnoans and Achaemens are at war?
Perdiccas? Even the tragic cries of beasts at the slaughterhouse sound better than your name.
Say whatever you like, despicable Achaemen. Better to die in battle than return even in glory. May the Kremnoan spirit always watch over me.
Foolish brute. I see you're eager to die. Very well then. I shall grant you just that. Die, you swine!
Matamos. Why? Why did you leave us to the mercy of these foreigners?
Is this?
And you are... Oh. So that you Kremnoans are all eager to die, huh? Then I shall grant you a swift death. Face your death, cowardly king!
This insatiable bloodlust is a product of Nikador's wrath.
Time to twirl! Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Absurd. I know this Achaemen. Strife contorted an honorable warrior into this that horrible noise. This battle cry must have gone to Finon. That's why he lost himself. That voice is not you two, Cartonis.
Mighty Mouse, you destroyed all the wicked king. Here to take my life.
I won't ask how this happened. I just need you to tell me where—
All of this, you know very well. Leave out.
I have no intention of hurting you, Cartonis.
Humiliate me, you get out! Symbol of your sovereignty, take it! Signet of Kremnos, bask in blood-soaked glory, your...
This is... Mother Signet? It's here again.
Ah! Finally gone mad, despicable vermin have.
Enough! Be quiet! Look out! Nice. Parted the waters. So, you are Don Hung. The trial... This might not be a single person's trial, but an arena for every challenger to engage their own I saw someone from my past a while ago. Someone Finon has never met. We can only hope that... Let's first follow the sounds of battle to their source. The battle cries seem to be getting a lot louder.
This will be the end of you outlanders!
I agree.
This will be the end of you outlanders! Go find your friends in hell!
Just as I thought. This is where the battle cries were coming from. The true entrance to Nikador's trial. I'm seeing him for the first time, but there's no doubt about it. What I'm sensing can only be Strife's bloodlust. The one manipulating this battlefield is... Nikador themselves.
My demise. You are a keen warrior indeed.
You know me?
The blasphemous prince. Of course I know you. And I happen to know that you're here for the soul of that white-haired warrior.
Great. Let's cut to the chase then. Hand over that poor excuse for a sword master, so we can be done with this farce.
No. I applaud your courage and strength for coming this far. But you have chosen to besmirch the dignity of one who has fallen. And I cannot turn a blind eye. He faced the greatest fear in the depths of his heart, and fought with exceptional valor, though he eventually succumbed to the brutal onslaughts. I have since brought him to the rear battleground, and granted him glory worthy of his courage, tenacity, and sacrifice. You wish to take him away? Sure. Pick up a spear and prove that your resolve can rival his. Of course. Cowards who hope to avoid bloodshed are better off disappearing from my sight this instant.
Your opinions are of no interest to me, Mad King. If it's a fight you're looking for, then you will get one, Titan. I will put you to rest once more with my curse of immortality.
Commendable. Your noble mother displayed the same spirit with a spear in her hands.
Don't you dare speak of her!
Why not? She challenged the former Kremnos king to a duel, even knowing that it was a deadly trap, all to protect your dignity. Are you suggesting her efforts were for naught?
Her death was caused by you, the incarnation of strife. How dare you talk about her past? Enough of this nonsense. You should be wielding your weapon as the god of strife. Battle me and put a swift end to this!
Your hatred is as clear as day, my Demos. My words must have stung you deeply. But thanks to them, I have also come to realize this is why you killed your father for the throne. Only to let your signet sink to the bottom of the Sea of Souls, refusing to let the glory of Kremnos live on. This is why you slew the Strife Titan. Only to reject the core flame, letting strife continue instead. Oh, child, abandon my fate. Show me what you are capable of. Show me if you have the power to put out the flames of your very own destiny.
I will rip your chest apart, Titan. The same way I ripped apart that former king.
I see you wish to repeat these. Come at me then. Ignite the flames of your fears and step onto the battlefield. Take this fierce battle to the boundaries of strife and consume me. Or lose yourself in the fight. Watch your defeated corpse burn to ash. Remember this. The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood. Very brave. Conscious. Moment. Ascension. To you, the successor of Kremnos. White knew he was no match, yet he chose to fight till his very last breath. What about you, my Demos? Can your murderous intent match up to what fate has in store for you? Prove to me that you are worthy of this power!
Let this place witness glory. Mournful cries, courage, miserable wails. Kings of Kremna!
In the name of Paris, I cleanse you the blood of strife!
Let this place witness glory. This raging power, I can hardly contain it. Now accept your punishment. I am struck.
Time to twirl!
Burn it all.
Time to twirl! Honored to meet me. Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl! Expand your thinking.
Forever doomed.
Time to twirl! Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
In fear you shall abandon your mortal body, King of Kremnos!
How noisy. Now accept your punishment.
Time to twirl!
Forever doomed.
That hurts. What are you looking at?
Found you. I did my best.
There's no need to worry. His soul is in a stable condition. With ample rest for both body and mind, he'll be up and about in no time.
The greatest fear in the depths of his heart. Lord Finon must have been forced to relive his past during the trial, and revisit his homeland that had fallen to the Black Tide.
In all likelihood.
That is correct. He was willing to entrust the core flame to the Chrysosayers, because he was also pinning his hopes on us, to succeed him in shouldering the responsibility of resisting the Black Tide.
It is one of the culprits that drives the people of Amphoreus to madness. It was during the Era Bellica that this unspeakable thing first appeared, like a plague, alongside the 3 titans of calamity. Nobody knows where it came from or how it came to be. What we do know, however, is that it is steadily encroaching upon what little remains of this tranquil land, much like a rising sea closing in on an island from all sides. It is for this very reason that it became known as the Black Tide. Those who succumb to it lose their reason and humanity, becoming vicious, mindless monsters. Mortals are not the only ones susceptible to its influence. Even gods and titans cannot escape from it.
According to Naias, Nikador, though one of the embodiments of Calamity, also bears the responsibility of fending off the Black Tide. Perhaps that is also why Lord Finon threw himself into the trial of strife.
But now, we must look for alternative means of igniting the flames of strife.
So, Aglaya, what should we do now?
You know very well the decision doesn't lie with me. As the successor to Krymnos, Mighty, you know better than anyone that if it was simply about emerging triumphant on the battlefield of strife, you and your pet ultimately, the heavy burden of divinity can only be borne by one. It is foolhardiness and indecision, not the unclaimed seed of divinity, that pushes this world into the deathly fog.
Don't worry, Dee. This isn't the first time he's been like this. A long time ago?
I'm not worrying about him.
Oh, alright. You're a little quiet, though.
I'm sorry. That was rude of me. What I meant was, I know that man can pull through for sure.
It's alright. Being straightforward suits you better. Actually, Dee, there's something we're curious about. What did you see in Nikador's trial?
Something that terrifies me. Isn't that ironic? There shouldn't even be a word for fear in the Kremnoan language.
Do you think you stand a chance against that thing that terrifies you?
Is this also part of your grand scheme?
What do you mean?
Aglaya knew that Phynon might fall, and she expected me to take his place. That was the plan all along, wasn't it?
Yes. Looks like you know everything.
I have no intention of condemning you for it. The Flame Chase journey is not a game, and I have long understood this. The downfall of Strife, and the ever-growing threat that the Black Tide poses. If Circes and Ornyx are also impacted, ramifications will be dire.
They are the only two Titans who are still lucid and willing to coexist with humanity.
Regrettably, I do not hold the key to completing the trial. If I wish to conquer that fear, I need the assistance of my fellow Kremnoans. Give me some time to speak with my people. It won't take long, I promise.
I see. There is strength in numbers, but you must know that the trial to become a demigod is ultimately meant for only one individual. Dee, your people, they have been eagerly awaiting a new king all this time, haven't they? If you take on the divine role, they will have no reservations about following your lead. After all, you are the hero of Castrum.
I once was. Lady Trebios, therein lies my deepest fear. We'll talk again later. I'll be back.
Dee? Regardless of what happens, we will always be there for you.
Thank you. The person I'm looking for is probably in the hot bath. I should go take a look. Billowing steam always brings back memories of the furnaces in our homeland. Submit or die! Children left unattended by their parents? That's not safe. You shouldn't run around in here, kid.
Hey! It's the Crown Prince!
I want to hear stories about princes on the battlefield.
The Crown Prince.
Yeah, we are! The grown-ups said we used to live next to the arena.
Well, next to the parts next to it anyway.
My dad is a centurion with the Hydra Lancers, and my mom is the bravest warrior in the God Shield Brigade. We used to get tons of silver coins from Mr. Crateros.
My parents are serving in the Holy City garrison now. As warriors of Kremnos, they're braver than any Achaemen.
Why are you kids here alone? Where?
Mom and Dad were asleep, so we snuck out to play hide and seek with Mr. Crateros.
That old man can be such a child sometimes. You know where Crateros is? I happen to be looking for him.
Sorry, I don't. Come to think of it, we haven't seen him in a while. Did he get lost while trying to find him?
No way! Mr. Crateros is a member of the Royal Wing Elites. He's the best at hunting down enemies. He was counting near Verax Leo when we went to hide. I thought about taking him.
It was prudent of you to be cautious. So, which Verax Leo was he with?
It's, just take a few turns after you go out from here. It's close to the backs.
All right, I'll go look for him. We should consider the game over and head home for now. And don't play around the hot baths again.
Wait, Your Highness!
Is there something else?
I heard you retrieved Nicodor's core flame. Does that mean we get to go back home soon?
Have you ever been to Castrum Kremnos? You were all born in the Holy City, and are living lives no different from the Achaemens. Everything you know about our people, you have never even witnessed the blade in the sky with your own eyes. How, then, is a city you've never seen your home?
Because this place is definitely not home. Mom and Dad told me that the children of Kremnos are born to wield swords and fight on the battle.
They also said that the Kremnoan detachment led by the Crown Prince is the bravest army across all of Amphoreus. No one can defeat that.
The kids in the Holy City don't play with us. The moment they find out that our parents are Kremnoans, they shun us. We don't care. We all know that the Crown Prince will take...
That time has not yet arrived. But... young men of Kremnos, heed my command. Return to your parents at once. From here on, you are to dedicate yourselves to rigorous training and a healthy diet. You must not neglect these two aspects if you are to become a brave warrior of Kremnos. Only by following this path can you be deemed worthy of returning.
Yes, Your Highness!
The future of Kremnos. I should find Crateros. There he is. Is he engaged in a debate with that foolish lion?
Rat! Oh, it's the Crown Prince of Castrum Kremnos.
Get a grip. We're here by order of the Council of Elders. Even the Chrysos heirs have to...
Out of my way, lackeys of the Council.
The Civil Guard of Achaema is on official duty. Please keep out of this area.
Calm down, my lord. Play nice.
Don't make me repeat myself.
I'll allow you to pass this time, but just this once.
So, you think yourself knowledgeable? Then here is a question for you. Do you know how Chrysius Leo in Castrum Kremnos came to be mounted on the wall? I don't know, my lord. How did it come to be? Let me enlighten you. A long time ago, the founder of Castrum Kremnos led a group of warriors to hunt down a lion on the outskirts of the city of Tritos. That vicious beast had been a menace for years, and the bones in its den were stacked even higher than the peaks around Achaema. But do you know what happened? Nary a moment had passed after the beast's head peeked out of its den, when the Kremnoan warriors surged forward and brought it down within the blink of an eye, shattering its knees with a single strike. And then, why are you red-faced already? We haven't even gotten to the best part yet.
It's your storytelling, my lord. You're weaving such a captivating tale that it got my blood pumping. Please, go on. Well, if it isn't Lord Mighty. It's been a while.
Oh, what in Akama is happening? To what do I owe the pleasure, son of Gorgo?
Kratos. My esteemed teacher.
Let's talk somewhere else, Mighty Mos. I'm tired of speaking with this silly lion.
What about the Council's informants?
Those two hyenas are nothing but scavengers of rotten meat. They couldn't bite even if they tried. They can follow us if they want to.
Wait, so how in the world did Chrysia's Leo get mounted on the wall?
Keep up with us, you hyena. Oh, sorry. I meant officers.
Hey, old man, how dare you? Calm down. Calm down.
Don't fall behind now. Unless you want to upset our friends here.
Don't you dare try any tricks with us.
We're almost there.
Why have you stopped?
This is a nice spot for a private.
Shall we, sir?
Let's do it.
What are you up to?
Someone help me!
Some privacy at last. So, tell me, why have you come to seek this old man?
I came to discuss the future of the Kremnoans.
Interesting. I heard the core flame of the Lance of Fury has been restored, though not by your hand. And you're even...
Those rumors are not entirely groundless.
In other words, you did entertain the thought of giving up the throne of Kremnos and forsaking
The divine power is not equivalent to the throne. The path of strife is also not our people.
Enough with the word games. You, of all people, should understand the plight of the Kremnoans. Think about all the warriors of the Kremnoan detachment who left their homeland with you. Think about their children. Only the yearning for our former glory days has kept us going all this time. If they ever learn that the Crown Prince they look up to so much is actually toying with the notion of stepping down, think of the disgrace it would bring upon your departed mother, Mighty Mos. You best remember that she died for you because of Europon's schemes to restore the glory of Kremnos.
Since you've brought that up, tell me, who is responsible for my father's death?
Are you trying to shame me, Mighty Mos? I may be old, but I haven't become so decrepit that I've forgotten it all. Of course, you drove the spear into his chest with your very own hand.
That was merely the final outcome. Do you still not see it? What led my parents and our people to their downfall is none other than the strife we speak of. The quest for glory. The tenet of valorous death before glorious return. This is the creed of every Kremnoan, no matter whether these beliefs are justified or not.
Don't be ridiculous. The only thing that could slay a king is a spear. I swore to your mother that I would guard your crown with my life. I never foresaw that the son of Gorgo himself would be the first to turn his back on the Kremnoan spirit. Gorgo. Your mother bore that name. The name of the great founder of Castrum Kremnos. And she upheld that name with honor. If you choose to turn your back on her legacy, like a wretched deserter, do not fault me for withholding my loyalty, Mighty Mos.
I came to discuss the future of our people with you. But It appears this is not the right time yet.
Go, mighty. Ha! That's what those Chrysos heirs call you, isn't it? Go down the path you have deemed correct. Deep down, you have always been one to do as you please. And I am well aware that no one can deter you once you've made up your mind. But don't you ever dream of renouncing the traditions of Kremnos. We may reside in Akama now, but we remain eternally bound to strife.
Bloodlines no longer hold any significance in this era of destruction.
My young lord, always bear this in mind. Never reveal your vulnerabilities to anyone. A lion should never dwell amidst its prey, especially when it wields power enough to dominate the entire hunting ground.
Eurupon, the boy did nothing wrong! This is murder! Do not sully the noble name of Kremnos with the blood of an innocent child. You mustn't reveal your weaknesses to the enemy.
Enough! My decision is final. We must use this child's life to preserve the soul of the great Nikador. We must save Castrum Kremnos.
Don't be absurd! Those tiny hands lack the strength to even lift a spear. Do you truly believe him a threat to Castrum Kremnos? You'll be ending the bloodline of Kremnos if you do this. Our millennia-old glory will become nothing more than a joke.
Have you forgotten that we Kremnoans place no value in bloodlines? It is through pure bloodshed and slaughter that the kings of Kremnos have ascended to the throne. As for our millennia-old glory, it has always been a joke in my eyes. Glorify it all you want, but it will not alter the nature of slaughter. Those who revel in it are but murderers. They are no more noble than the most monstrous...
Enough with your words! Among all the kings of Kremnos, which one did not inherit the crown only after plucking it from the lifeless body of his father? But listen to yourself now. Do you truly believe you can cleanse the blood from your hands through mere words alone?
Nay, quite the contrary. I will end this cycle of bloodshed, starting with this child. With these blood-stained hands, I will end it all.
Your failure is inevitable, Eurupon. You are just a coward who can only raise his blade against his own child! A beast that murders his own kin. Royal Wing elites and Emperors of Kremnos! You cannot sit idly by and watch this atrocity unfold! If you consider yourselves the honorable sons and daughters of Gorgo, then take up your spears! And join me in putting an end to this bloody charade!
Does anyone else have any objections? If so, come forward with your spear and prove your mettle.
Understood. 5, 4, 3. No one dare stand by my side. Cowards! Has that crown stripped you of your courage? 2, 1.
It appears there are no objections. Then, in accordance with the Kremnoan Council's principle of tacit consent, the decision, with all present as witnesses, this child shall descend into the Sea of Souls, where he will nourish the Lance of Fury and join the fallen heroes. May fate and the gods await your arrival, my son. My Deimos.
Stop!
If you have more to say, then speak. On account of the life we have shared together, I grant you this one final chance.
With the blade of fury above us and the council bearing witness, I, Gorgo, hereby move to challenge the crown in accordance with the laws of Kremnos. O unworthy king, in the name of the Council of Elders, I demand that you duel me!
Very well. We shall see who the Kremnoan blade strikes down.
Midamos, my son. They all tell me to forget. But how could I ever? The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood. If there is no Kremnos without the crown, then I shall seize the crown and smash it to pieces to bring the people to their senses.
Mister, you're awake. That's a complicated question. I'm not sure I can answer that. I apologize for arriving uninvited. I saw that you were still asleep, so I took the liberty of waiting nearby. I bring a message from Lady Aglaya. She has prepared a gift for you and Don Hong, and wishes to present it to you in person. I'm glad you're in good spirits. All right, let's set off.
His years of drifting made him detest water's waves.
A blade that can cut through the mighty must be enough to slay gods. Apart
from Kremnos' traditions, what do you have left?
That is why I walk on this path.
The baths are bustling. Now that Nikador has fallen, the soldiers in the city can finally catch a break.
I don't know how long I'll be able to live like this.
Is that Lady Treby and Lady Trianne?
You must have forgotten. This is a precious relic from our hometown. We definitely all saw it back then. Trianne, this is a counterfeit. We both know it's impossible for something this fragile to have survived all those years in one piece. Nothing is impossible. We are fragile too, but we still got through those sad times. Ugh, look at that color, and how it glitters in the light. It's exactly as we remember it. I want you buy it. If someone else gets to it before us, we'll miss our chance forever. Calm down, Trianne. You need rest.
Please, there's no need to fret. If you need more time to make a decision.
No, it's all right. Trianne is just what? Trianne is super mad. You've forgotten all about Mama. Mama gave us something just like this before. Trianne.
See you tomorrow? I hope you two patch.
See you tomorrow. May the wind.
It's so hard to understand what they're thinking sometimes.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, could you tell me what Lady Treby and Lady Trianne were discussing just—
Oh, it's Miss Castorus. It's been a while. Well, honestly, I'm not— See, I have a little hobby of collecting handicrafts. Some time ago, when Lady Treby and Lady Trianne walked by earlier, Lady Trianne happened to— But Lady Treby believed it to be a counterfeit. She said, for some reason, Lady Trianne became—
I see. Madam, would you mind selling—
Certainly. It's just— if it truly is a relic.
I understand.
I suppose I can sell it to you at—
Much appreciated. We're lucky that she has a good heart. I'm not one to venture out often, and while I have some savings, It takes a lot out of me to even talk to people. The authenticity of the piece isn't important. What matters is that I've long wished to show my gratitude for Lady Trian's care, but I haven't been able to come up with any ideas for a suitable gift. Still, this trinket is admittedly rather fragile. I will have to make some adjustments and stitch it onto wool felt to protect it. That way, no matter how much Lady Trian runs around, it won't break. All right, back to business after that little detour. Let's keep moving. Don't stray far now. We've already kept Lady Aglaia waiting long enough. It seems your friend arrived before us.
Welcome, Cass. And you as well, trailblazer from beyond the sky. For all that has happened, it was never our intention to drag you two into the battle against Nikador and jeopardize your safety. To express our gratitude for your kind trailblazing endeavors, we would like to present you with the highest honor of Akima. This is the dew of divine blood, brewed from crops nourished by the blood of the Titans. It is said that only 12 bottles existed. The last 3 bottles are now back in the days of prosperity. Cities fortunate enough to acquire it regarded it as one of the greatest treasures ever. And now, in keeping with tradition, Akima dedicates this drink to our esteemed guest. Very perceptive, Mr. Dunham. Your heroic deeds have proved...
Wow! Gray and Danny have sharp eyes indeed. You'd make outstanding members of the Twilight Courtyard. No need to worry, by the way. I can tell from Lady Aglaya's tone of voice and micro-expressions that she's being genuine. Not only are you guests from beyond the sky, but you've also done so much for Akuma. You're practically heroes to us all. Lady Aglaya would never subject you to Aquila's judgment.
Hyacinth, thank you for taking care of the wounded of the past few days.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. The patients are very cooperative when we attend to them. I'm just thrilled to see them all going home healthy again. Oh, it's Cassie! Oh, I've missed you. Aren't they just the cutest nicknames? As an acolyte of Aquila, I'm here to bring healing light to the world. Plus, I've heard you're also children of the distant skies. Fate must have brought us together. Can we be friends? I'd love to hear your tales of the sky. And oh, it's a rare occasion that Akuma presents such an invaluable gift to guests. Lady Aglaya, may I have the honor of tasting it too?
Of course you may. Esteemed guests of Akuma, please believe me when I say that this gift carries no hidden agendas. As for the matter of the Alliance, you need not give me an answer here and now.
Oh, yay! Then I'll get started on my questionnaire.
Allow me to do the honors. This young lady is Hyacinth, assistant lecturer of the new sporists at the Grove of Epiphany and head nurse at the medical institution known as the Twilight Courtyard. Many of the Chrysos heirs suffered injuries during Mikador's attack on Akuma, so the Grove sent Lady Hyacinth to treat the wounded in Akuma.
But what I'm really good at is helping people sort out what ails their mind and spirit. If you're ever feeling troubled, come find me. A little... Well, it looks like everything's sorted out now. The patients have also all recovered. I think it's time for me to head back, Lady Aglaya.
I would love to keep you in Akuma for a few more days, but I would hate to provoke the ire of the Grove. As it happens, Akuma intends to send a messenger to the Grove for updates about the research on the Black Tide. We also want to communicate...
Oh, that sounds pretty serious. Lady Aglaya, you...
No need to fret. We won't put you on the spot. Trian will be going there as the diplomatic messenger of Akuma, and
I happen to have a few questions for Professor Anaxa as well, regarding the missing Titan.
If you're not keen on just sitting around, Mr. Trailblazer, why not go with them? The Grove is a picturesque place, perfect for sightseeing.
That's a wonderful suggestion. Come visit the Grove, Gray. I'd be delighted to show you around.
In that case, do bring this spindle. This tool, called the weft, is used to spin thread and has been passed down in my family through generations. Though it doesn't see much practical use nowadays, it's become a symbol of great significance. In this respect, it is the perfect token to represent my will. If you encounter trouble at the Grove, just take this out and show it to them. While you're in the Grove, the golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether they're corporeal or not, allowing you to see things as I would. Castorus knows this too. Make good use of it. Trian is already waiting for you at the outskirts of Okima, so I won't keep you any longer. May your journey be smooth.
I'm glad to be in your company again, Mr. Thanatos controls my fate, in a sense. And they have something of mine. Something of great importance. When I was studying at the Grove alongside Phynon and the others, Professor Anaxa was responsible for teaching us about the Chrysos heirs. The Grove of Epiphany is Akima's partner academy. They look after the core flame of Circes and are the organization at the forefront of researching phenomena such as the Black Tide and the several Chrysos heirs are based in the Grove, including Miss Hy.
Oh, I came here with a colleague from the Twilight Courtyard. I've asked her to pack her luggage in advance, so she's all... Look! There she is! And Lady Trian. But who's that they're looking at? Did something happen, Clementine? Oh, that's Miss Hyacinth, this man was discovered by Trian! Trian was in a bad mood this morning, so we went to the outskirts of Okima for some fresh air. Trian knows the city has good doctors, so Trian brought our new friend into the city to look for—
I was waiting here for Miss Hyacinth when I bumped into Lady Trian. But by then
these wounds... This is bad. Clementine, prepare a ward for this man at once. I'll treat him myself. It's Amira, Cassie, and Trian. Would you mind making your way to the Grove first? Once this man... As a healer, I cannot ignore those...
I understand. May fate have mercy.
Trian believes he'll get better. Everybody, follow Trian! Fly, fly, fly away from Okima! Down this road we go, to the sky! Little Cass, little Gray.
You might not be aware of this, but using the sentry...
Trian promised Treeby that we wouldn't open the gate unless we had no...
I'm ready, too.
Okie dokie! Everybody, let's hold hands.
It's harder than I thought to sew gemstones onto Wolfeld.
Cass, memmy, mem. Memmy, mem.
Mem wants to try sewing.
Memmy, mem. Memmy.
It's hard not to like Mem when they're so adorable. Oh, this is amazing. It seems as if their voice has become more intelligible after spending the last few days together. I feel like I'm gradually gaining the ability to
Memmy mem mem. Memmy mem memmy mem. Phew. Is everybody awake? Little Grey Memmy. Memmy mem 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 mem.
It's already action hour. Lady Trian, you were talking in your sleep.
Sleep talking?
Something like, Mommy, doll with sword. Let's fight together.
Ugh, so I am.
Of course not. Wasn't Lady Trian's mother also the Holy Maiden of Yen?
Uh-huh. Mama was the strongest holy maiden in all of our history. She also gave us the prophecy of deliverance. And she had red hair that looked like a cute, but Trian can't remember what Mama looked like anymore. Memmy mem. Memmy mem mem. Memmy mem mem. Memmy memmy mem mem memmy mem memmy mem memmy mem 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 memmy mem 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 boom. Mem memmy mem 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 mem. Trian thinks that's a memmy mem 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 mem. Yay! Mem 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 mem. Mem memmy mem 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 me mem 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 mem. Okie dokie! Trian remembers that we need to help Aggie ask the big tree whether Cersei's would be willing to visit if we follow this woven trail and keep going upward. We'll reach the grove in no... Mem mem. Memmy mem mem memmy mem?
Legend has it that whenever they requested an audience with Cersei's, Nestia would always come to the meeting in a long white dress. As the warps and wefts of the dress came into contact with the ground, they turned into paths and stairs. May this romantic path bring good tidings to Akama.
Look! A huge tree! It's... huge! Ma'am, memmy mem mem mem.
It's the Bough of Rift, the divine body of Cersei's. Flora began to grow where they planted their roots. In this flatland basin upon which we stand, gradually became a large, verdant forest. A long time ago, Felicis, the first scholar, led the masses to build a garden and courtyard in the forest, naming the site the Grove.
Trian knows this.
Something feels... The Grove has always welcomed scholars. So too would Circe's give us her Yet, it seems both the Grove's messengers and... That doesn't seem likely. Miss...
Maybe everybody's still asleep because classes haven't started yet. They don't want...
This place is too quiet. What in the world is going on?
Trian found it! Everybody, fly across to the other side! The entrance on the other side. Where could it be?
I knew you would find it. The courtyard of Storgi should be just ahead of us. As I expected. Something... Not to mention that this whole place is also eerily quiet.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Oh.
No one's here.
I have an idea. Lady Trian, do you remember? Lady Aglaia said this. While you're in the Grove, the goal... This is achievable because the Grove is not only where the roots of Circe's are, but also where the chrysalis of gold manifests. Oh, Nestia, with the weft as my vow, I beseech you. This is a proverb. If I'm not mistaken, we should be...
there...
But that shouldn't be.
Mim.
Are they... White Dryad? No, these aren't white. These are shadows of dead white
Dead, Mim? Shadow?
Strictly speaking, these white dryads are still plants. They only gained sentience as a result of Circe's blessing of equality. But their sentience is minimal when compared to that of humans. However, this also means that the golden thread has definitely connected with the Titan.
But what happened to them?
What? Mem?
Black cloak towards the
I have a bad feeling about the deathly fog of Thanatos is fast approaching.
Oh! Trianne will be on high alert!
Death is becoming more and more intense. There, on the steps.
looks really scared.
No, it's neither of those. This is a creation of the Black Tide. Such creatures are formed when living beings are corrupted. Everybody, stay alert. Regardless of what has happened to the Grove, the fact that we're seeing the remains of a Black Tide creation here definitely doesn't look...
Should we... Mem! The monster is alive!
Trian, please hide behind... Mister, let's... As expected. The words black, sword, and cloak... They're talking about the Black Tide.
Time to twirl! Never seen perfection before. Open sesame.
You defeated it! Little Gray!
To think the Black Tide has spread this quickly to the Grove despite it, I'm afraid a world where strife has fallen is far more dangerous.
Oh no! Does this...
Looking at this mess, it seems the scholars at least, but... How...
Lady Aglaya, after a few days of surgeries, both major and minor, we were able to save the...
Thank you again, Hyacinth.
The scarring of his organs was especially severe. A result of the Black Tide's corruption.
Don't stress yourself out over this. You've already done everything in your power to save him. Treeby, I have some things to tell you as well. He is not Ackerman. The way the stitches on his clothes are hidden is quite unique.
The Grove? You...
Now that I think about it, Castorus and...
Trian just got in... the Black Tide has invaded the Grove. We haven't detected any survivors, even with the help of the Golden...
The Black Tide is posing an even greater risk to us now. Can they tell where the core flame is right now?
We see it.
But... what?
But they can't say for sure whether the Tide...
Please let them know that for now, the most pressing task is to identify the core flame and transfer it to a safe place as quickly as possible. We must also search for survivors. Oh, and find Anaxa. Unless something went...
They've set off.
I pray for their safety too.
Aggie, how do you know that...
I know that man all too well. If that blasphemous performer knew that he was not long for this world...
Is this a...
No, I'm being serious this time. We're facing threats from both within and without Akima. The merciless carnage may have ceased, but Akima's nemesis continues to sharpen. They may have even prepared the gallows from which to hang us already.
You mean...
Even if the divine authority of strife is as yet unclaimed, the Black Tide is advancing more rapidly than I expected. Alas, it's too late. The Council will likely take this opportunity to do something...
All right. Should I...
Not for now. She must be exhausted after performing surgeries non-stop.
We can only...
That being said, based on the condition, it's likely he is the only one who managed to escape from the Grove against all odds.
Everything will be fine. The people at the Grove are really smart.
How should I put it? Lady Aglaya doesn't trust Despite being a Chrysosaur, Anaxa resolutely believes that Titans and during our regular citizens' assemblies, he always votes to...
Trian knows the answer to that. Everybody says that Circes, who symbolizes reason, is the most tolerant of
Yes, that is how we formed an agreement with these Titans who bear no harm toward humanity. If they agree to support us on our flame chase journey, we...
With the exception of Orynyx, that is... the...
That is true. It's also fortunate that these gods...
Trianne believes Circe's will be alright. After all, everybody says that the people of the Grove are really smart. So, Little Gray and Little Cass, just leave the task of finding an Acta and everyone else to...
Good idea. In that case, please bring the weft along with you, Lady Trianne. Please promise us that you'll take...
Okie doke. If Trianne gets in trouble, we'll look for all of you. In return...
That's the other thing I wish to mention. Do not open the gate unless you have no other choice.
Okay.
Of course, we know that. After all, Lady Trianne is a demigod. Remember all those brave heroes and the tales you've heard. They would always save their strength until the very last moment.
Mm-hmm. In that case...
So many monsters. It could be because when a life is devoured... Can't open it. Yes. Most of the doors in Amphoreus...
Are you serious? Just a mere door, and your first instinct is to call on the gods? Before you try unlocking the door, perhaps you should first find a way to clear... My name is Anaxagoras, one of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany, and the founder of the New Sporists. Before we go any further, rule number 1. Rule number 2. Never interrupt. The person standing here and conversing with you right now isn't the vestiges of a memory. Rather, through the wonders of alchemy, I have shattered my soul and transmuted it into gold before burying it in this spot. I have recorded these words so that visitors may learn where their next destination. Nothing is impossible. Having said that, alchemy is not omnipotent. Each time you hear... That's because my precise calculations account for every possibility. I also know that you have already discovered the cause, but that is where you're wrong. While the Black Tide was still approaching the grove, the sages found a way to evacuate the vast. Only a small fraction of the scholars stayed behind with me to defend the grove. If all goes well, Cersei, but since you have accessed this message, something unforeseen must have occurred. For now, and now, the objective is complete.
Mister, judging from your reaction, Professor Anaxa? That's a lot to digest at one. You don't have to take that too seriously. Professor Anaxa theorizes that all beings originate from the same source and have a similar composition. It is an extremely complicated theory. He provided that. Yes, that seems like the only good news so far. Perhaps they were just unable to transfer the core flame, but managed to... It is located at the top of the giant tree, and is where Cersei's... making our way there. Won't... Right. Let's see what... Alchemy is truly incredible. No, you didn't imagine it. I'm afraid that someone's probably nearby. As we are unable to ask... Found it. The voice is coming from... over there. No. It seems to be coming from somewhere... Let's go check it out.
No. Regardless of what you do, a stone won't be...
Mem!
Such a lively little bunny. What a smooth-talking child.
Who are you? Keep your distance and identify yourself. Otherwise, you'll face
the scent of Thanatos. I recognize.
Since you are aware, stop provoking the authority.
Bearing your face. Just call me Calypso. I greet you on...
Be careful. Even if the head of the Lotophagus has never showed, the Weft could not detect her presence just now. That would be out of the ordinary if she were truly a phantom. Let me test her.
Do you mind if I join you?
That would be rather inappropriate for someone who isn't even willing to reveal their reals. However, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please
a pop quiz? Well, that...
What was the topic for the grand finals of the 752nd Great Debate?
Is a flying arrow in motion or at rest?
Who was your representative?
Medea. She went up against Phainon.
Who won?
Nobody won because the 752nd Great Debate... What I just mentioned happened during the previous debate. Phainon emerged victorious and obtained his 10th consecutive debate ring. Anaxa the new sporist is still alive. I saved... This dumbfounded expression of... As the saying goes, seeing is believing.
I'll keep my eyes on you.
Oh, that's true. As long as we can get the water wheel turning. So, the solution is to...
Is that the Chamber of Purifying Tears?
You have a good memory.
Why exactly did you bring us here?
My intention should be obvious. See that shallow pond over there? Water lilies grow there. Initially, Circe's watered them with... All the two of you have to do is to cross...
Mem.
You're making it...
We can retrieve it, but I advise...
Oh my. I'm hell... Besides, the bow is essential for awakening the heart and drawing water out of the sword. You're overthinking. Although it would be absurd to say that I have... I'm simply making use of this opportunity to see... Now is not the time for me. As a student of Anaxa, equivalent...
I cannot deny that, mister. Since our interests are aligned right now, it's better for us to do as she says. Besides, if you unfortunately turn out to be her ultimate target, please don't worry. I will...
Honored to meet me. Hopeless as ever. Expand your thinking. Time to twirl!
Huh? There are Ichor vessels stored here.
Ma'am.
What are you looking at? I don't have time. Do you know who I...
This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Open sesame.
Time to twirl!
Expand your thinking.
Time to twirl!
Amazing. But then again, it's me we're talking about. Do you know who I am?
This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Open sesame. Amazing. But then again, it's me we're talking about.
How smart.
Let's hope that this is not a trap set by her.
pretty underwhelming.
Honored to meet me.
Open sesame.
Time to twirl!
Naughty child. Do you know who I am?
This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl! Time to twirl! Mimi! Mimi! Mimi!
Expand your thinking.
What are you looking at?
Open sesame.
Time to twirl!
Time for a shot. Nap time. Amazing. But then again, it's me we're talking about. Ah, you want this? Do you know who I...
This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl! Time to twirl!
Expand your thinking. Amazing. But then again, it's me we're talking about.
Time to twirl!
Open sesame.
This is the golden bough of Vatten. I hope that the type.
So lustrous and...
Memcal! Mem.
Understood. My apologies.
Memmy Bunny?
Is this the legendary...
There's a secret passageway behind the pond. It's faster if we take that path.
How do you know this place so well?
Well, I'm one of the 7 sages after all. We're here. Could you... Now, can our little goddess perform that again?
Huh?
That being the oath of...
Right. Got it. O Nestia, with the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your...
It's just an... So, what do you think? It really is that...
That is...
You look like a sad, lost puppy. Therefore, why don't we just put everything aside and work...
Yes.
Great. Then...
However, giving us half-truths is not the right attitude. Furthermore, according to the principle of equivalent exchange, since we have...
I really can't bear to look at your sad expressions. I'll allow each of you to ask a question. But...
Well, in that case, Mr.
As I've previously mentioned, I'm one of the 7 sages of the Grove of... Well, it's...
My question is... Was your...
There's no point in making this...
That applies to you as well. However, we do not harbor Lady Calypso. If you want us to work together more effectively...
All right.
With all due respect, omitting...
Is that so?
Then please lead the way. After all, facts speak for them.
All right, all right. I originally thought that...
I'll just consider that a compliment.
Indeed. All right, go ride the water wheel. I'll wait for you up there.
Mem.
Speaking of which, don't you also have a red-haired companion?
Mem.
Not too much. It's just that I seem to hear the sound of a bee buzzing around.
Lady, your metaphors are not worthy of praise at all.